They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Heumann Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
And the Bulls ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Preston. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Turning it on. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tulane.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Using his legs, it's Gibson. Gets it past the marker. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. He's looking to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. All right, guys, big picture here. Let's talk some USF. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The Bulls are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Quick handoff. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. A 3rd down try for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Under fire. He's going to take off. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
And the Bulls decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch at the 45. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The give to the tailback. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes! Touchdown, Green Wave! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Slipped through the line. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got
a shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Right down the boulevard. Now the lead is down to 11.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Number 25. Set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Off the play fake on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Ball's out. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we've got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on third and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. It's complete. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Love what they did there, putting a big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Bulls! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And because of this guy's athleticism, you've got to find so many creative ways to let him carry the football. You'll see it on zone reads. You'll see it on draws, designed runs. How about the old-fashioned bootleg, though? Let him use his speed out on the perimeter to the right, and he sets off a huge gain.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Rush is on him, and they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Gonna run it. It's Gibson. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Runs through the tackle.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
He'll do it himself.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, South Florida.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a little off. Incomplete. Guys, let's take a second here and talk about Tulane. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that, might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge.
Turning it on! Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Look at the big fella doing work in the secondary, the big tight end, catching the ball, and he's just shooing these little DBs away. Get off me.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He wants to change this route. Just keeps slinging it. Quick strike complete. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Finds some fresh air. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll run it again. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. He's piled up 65 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Unloads to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to...
Grabs it inside the 10, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, USF.
one of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Bears the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on fourth down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. There he goes. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the ATL for some time. They're up 14 over Iowa. Big developments in this one. We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They booted away on fourth down. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Going deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They'll immediately call timeout. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Let's go. Looking downfield very late in the half. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for space. It's Longo. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Knocked down for the tackle.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you've got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
The Bulls will line up to punt it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll try it over the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now. The momentum.
They're risking giving up prime field position as they go for it on 4th and long from the 44. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. On the run, it's Longo. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted in house, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense, glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
And they'll just down it right there.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just great.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Power football with the run. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked him apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And deja vu again. I'm not surprised, man. They found this guy for several touchdowns today, and they were looking for him again. He's made plays. He's dependable. Why would you not take shots? That one just missed, but I would not be shocked if they find that guy again.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Wide out trying to get it in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Might be calling a hot route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. He wants to throw it. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Michigan State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Got him in the open. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
He breaks a tackle. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The give on the option. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Caught on the outside. It's Gibson. If that running back wore a half-size bigger shoe, that's an incomplete pass, but he got a foot down.
He got it down. Nice body control, and you see so many running backs work with wide receivers now in practice because they're such good route runners, and you could tell the awareness was fully there near the sidelines to get that little toe in bounds, baby.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
This drive will open from the 15. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
On the set. Here we go.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught over the middle. It's Preston. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quick completion to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The offense changing the play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's McLaughlin. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Throws to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll run it. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this...
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Bulls. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws them to within a field goal. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Billups. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. He's going to run it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Off play action. Bring in the heat. And the ball slipped out. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your rib cage.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things are done.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's taking the deep shot. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run.